Look at this. Beautiful veal cutlet. Because to do this veal, we're making a very unusual sauce. And we're starting with, you got it, strawberries. Sounds different, doesn't it? Get some ripe strawberries and mash them up. Mash them up. You probably want really soft strawberries for this. And you're going to put them in a pan. Let me get some butter going. You're going to put them in a pan with some butter, just a little bit of butter. So, about a tablespoon or so of butter goes in. So let's get that melted. And with the strawberries, you're going to want to have that. I told you we were doing truffles today. This is truffle paste. Truffles that have been pureed. So in they go with the butter. We're going to cook those down. And we're going to add, with that, some of this paste. Now this is a little different than having a real fresh truffle, but I'll tell you, it's still wonderful. And it's very, very woodsy. You don't need a lot now because this is a very strong flavor. So I'm going to put that right in there. Maybe I should take a little bit more because you're so special to me. I want you to have a really good taste of that. So a little bit of that goes in. And we just want to stir this around. All right, now while that's just getting soft, in this pan, we want to start cooking the veal. And to do that, we need some flour. So here are my veal slices, and you take them and dredge them in the flour. So get veal that's cut, about 1/4 of an inch thick. And I'm going to put them in some butter. I've already done some for you, browned a few ahead of time. I'll put these 3 in and let them go. And while they're browning, we want to have some wine, some white wine ready because we're going to put that in with the veal. Now with this, we're going to have artichokes and of course real black truffles, fresh black truffles. So for the artichokes, you can use either frozen, and here we have some frozen artichokes that all you want to do is slice. If you find baby artichokes, well then what you can do is just take the outer leaves off. Those don't throw away because that you can also eat, but take all the outer leaves off until you get to the heart of the matter, the real center of the artichoke, and that's what you want. So you want to pull that off, and you see in there you have that spiny core, and you've got to get that out because you don't want that. Take that out, and you're left with this heart. And then you just want to slice that up. This is actually just a garnish for the dish. So you slice the artichoke thinly, and now my sauce is going somewhere, and we're going to turn these around now. We don't want to fully brown these, we just want to lightly brown them. So a little more butter goes in, and I'm going to add a little butter to that. This is a really rich, rich dish. And for this, I like to use, again, pecorino cheese. So here we have a nice wedge of pecorino cheese, and this is sheep's milk cheese, as I'm telling you. So you can just take some shavings off of a wedge of cheese, and to do this you let the cheese come to room temperature. It's a lot easier to do it. And also we're going to put on some black truffle, but before we do, I'm going to put the other pieces of veal that I browned for you back in the pan and give this a little bit of wine. So if you have to do this in batches because your pan isn't big enough, do that. Put all the juices back in that have accumulated. And then you want to have some white wine ready. And add about 1/2 cup of a dry white wine. Put that in, and we're just going to let that cook just for a few minutes. And as these cook, you take them out into your casserole dish. So now the veal all goes in. If you have to overlap it, that's okay. This is only going to cook for about 5 minutes because it's very, very tender meat. Now I'm going to take those juices that are in the pan and add them. I'm going to get all these little scrapings up because this is where the flavor is, folks. I'm going to take this and add it to the strawberry sauce. This goes in here, just like that. And all we do is stir this around, mashing up those strawberries as we go. And now we're going to turn this off. And this sauce is going right over the top of the veal. I know what you're saying. You don't believe it. Strawberries and truffle paste. But trust me, it's delicious. Now the shavings of cheese over the top. This is a dish fit for a king or a queen. And into a 350-degree oven for about 5 or 7 minutes. When it comes out, we'll put on the artichokes and the shavings of black truffle. So there you have it.